Last night, the monks from Walk for Peace arrived here around 6 p.m., completing day 86 of their 120-day walk from Fort Worth, Texas to Washington, D.C. Kitty City is a cat foster home located in Mount Airy, North Carolina. Pigeon racing, yes, you heard that right, is a globally popular sport but has specifically grown over the years in Taiwan. Over the weekend, the city of High Point was hit with a snow and ice storm that has affected High Point University operations for the last 3 days. President Trump ordered that all American flags throughout the U.S. are lowered at half-mast until Sunday evening at 6 p.m. So earlier today, we saw campus enhancement going around, throwing ice on the sidewalks and on the roads. Were you able to make phone calls or send texts today? If you are a Verizon customer, you may have experienced difficulties throughout the day due to a nationwide outage.
It is Halloween Eve and I am whispering just a little bit because I am at the High Point University Smith Library, where tonight the quiet floor will become the spooky floor. High Point University's library team hosted a Halloween event where students could take part in a scavenger hunt while walking through a haunted house experience on the 3rd floor of the library. I sat down with Brian Nichols, the librarian who organized the event.
The idea for the Haunted Library it actually stems probably about 9 or 10 years ago, actually, because when I first started here working part-time, in the evenings, one of my tasks was to shut down the library once we closed it. And I don't know if you've ever been in a library after dark before, but it's spooky. So I really wanted to capitalize on that sensation.
Nichols explains why he decided the experience would be a unique way to foster student engagement at the library.
I also wanted to turn people's expectations of what a library could be completely on their head and show them that the library is not just this, drab, beige building where you can go and get books and research help. It can be something really spooky. It can be something really visceral, It can be something completely different than what we perceive it to be.
When planning the event, Nichols sought out the help of Charcoal Pony, an improv group on campus, and the theater fraternity Alpha Psi Omega. Members of these organizations served as the scare actors for the event. I spoke with Brendan Shore, a member of APO who was one of the actors.
I got the offer from one of our fantastic librarians, Brian. He pitched it to a bunch of the members of Alpha Psi and some surrounding organizations, and we all jumped at the idea to really be creative and show this off to the community. We have a lot of talented actors working, and we really feed off each other, whether it's putting on the fun makeup or covering ourselves in blood, or really working on new and exciting scenes in the library. It's been really cool.
The event was a huge success and was filled to capacity with students who wanted to experience the haunted library. To learn more about upcoming library events, make sure to follow at HPU_library on Instagram. This is Alexa Beck for Newspoint. High Point University was founded in 1924 by leaders of the United Methodist Church. Today, HPU Chapel welcomes students from all backgrounds to take part in interfaith worship. Reverend Preston Davis, a pastor ordained within the United Methodist Church, shares more about HPU Chapel and what it is like to lead the chapel organization.
We're certainly Methodist influenced. If you come in there, there's certain signs that would point to that. There's Methodist hymnals, which we don't use a lot anymore. I use the screen. But I'm ordained United Methodist, so the teaching you're going to get, while I'm theologically kind of a mutt, I grew up with charismatic parents. I'm drawn to traditions of the Black church. I'm drawn to some of the spirituality within the Catholic Church, and I want students to see the best of a lot of traditions, and I think that's what makes chapel healthy too.
HPU Chapel is also home to various leadership groups and organizations, one being the Board of Stewards.
Board of Stewards are one of the leadership groups of the chapel. They help with philanthropy. They're leading the breakout groups after chapel on Wednesday night. Many of them are leaders for HPU Sunday, which is the student-led worshiping community. They're also the students who are reaching out to student groups for partnerships, not only for philanthropy, but like, come check out Wednesday Chapel. We won't let you down.
When asked what he would say to students who are nervous to come get involved in chapel life, Reverend Davis said this.
I have empathy for the position that they're in. One of the hardest things to do for a young person is to walk across the threshold of a faith community. My continual experience, like last night, when we have an organization who came, there were about 40 people in their organization. They come and they are suspicious at first. and that's fine. We're all here to self-protect. We don't want to give ourselves anything we think that might not be of our own choosing, or that may potentially not be for us. But by the end of the service, everyone's singing. And when members of that organization leave, they come up to me and go, "That was way better than I thought it was going to be." Or they say something like, "Is it like this every week?" And to that, it is the proof that God's doing something good, and we simply get to be a part of it.
This is Alexa Beck reporting for Newspoint.